I'm President of the Commonwealth Games of England, so the role initially was just to be the kind of face of England Commonwealth Games team, but I'm personally, I like to get my hands dirty, get stuck in and help shape things, so I actually sit on the board as well. We have the Commonwealth Games, quite excited about it. It is in Delhi, India, and I'm really looking forward. I'm very much about British sport, definitely, but of course in my role, we're the second largest team for the England team. We've got the biggest team we've ever had going, over 300 and I don't know, 50, 70 odd competitors, but a team of about 500 in total with all of the support staff, so it's a huge team going. I do believe the Commonwealth Games gives a platform for people sports people to take that next level as well, because again it's a multi-sport event. You have very few opportunities as a senior to go for that. It is Commonwealth Games and Olympic Games. It's called the Friendly Games. It's friendly in terms of the language across the Commonwealth is English, so that's why everybody kind of communicates really well. But believe me, it's as competitive as any other championship whatsoever. So I know that certainly our team, and I know the Scottish team because of the Commonwealth Games in 2014 in Glasgow, the Welsh team have said they want their biggest amount of medal haul from Delhi and Glasgow. So I think the teams that are going to go out there and give it their best shot. I have my own athletes that I've been mentoring for about 6 years. I've got 4 of them taking part in those games as well, which I'm really looking forward to cheering them on, of course. And let's see what happens. There's been a lot of talk about people dropping out of the Commonwealth Games, and they're all different reasons. And everybody's a valid reasons, everybody has a different reason for going. Jessica Ennis, who's part of the academy, she, topped her season off European champion. It's a 8-event competition that she's in, and if it's not in her programme, she doesn't have to go. Mo Farah did the double at the European Champs. I think he might be quite tired. And equally, he has the African nations who are his biggest rivals at those Commonwealth Games. So if you actually look at some of the sports, they will take it on a case-by-case basis. Some have started so early on the season that to continue till mid-October is actually just too much. It's just too much to keep peaking. Some, they just don't feel that it fits into their normal plan. Some have done so much during the season that they can't. Some have had clash of other particular events that actually stops them from going to the championships. Some may well be injured. There's so many different, but do you know what, for me, most high-profile sports people started at the Commonwealth Games. So if you look back in history, most of the people, including myself, won medals or if not gold at the Commonwealth Games. So what it does, it gives a breakthrough to people to say, right, now I've got to those games, I can believe I can be as good as anyone else. It gives you that aspiration, inspiration, and actually you think, wow, I'm at a chance. And sometimes you need that to take the next level. So I actually think whilst we've got a lot of names as such, some of those people you didn't know a couple of years ago, yet they went to the Commonwealth Games and produced really good results and maybe have won. So I actually think, do you know what, it gives a lot of other people a good chance of performing well. I think there's quite a few athletes that we're going to be looking out for. I know the Academy has Grace Reid. She's a diver, 14 years old, and I think we've got 4 Academy members going to Commonwealth Games, so of course we will be looking at them all. From a sports perspective right across the board, I think that every sport that we have, every person that we have going for the sports, actually I think you're going to see new champions born. I mean, I can give you a couple of names of people that I know personally. Hannah England, who represented Great Britain for the European Championship. She's an up-and-coming hopeful. She's been part of one of my mentoring programs for 6 years. She's running the 8 and the 1500. I think she's one of those people where it gives a massive platform for. I think if you're looking into each of the sports, I think netball in particular, the girls, I went to watch the girls at the World Cup at the O2, and they were playing against Australia and they only just lost. And they were so gutted because they'd been leading for most of the match, that they are going to come out, I know, and try and reverse that score. So, you know, I'm always a person that I don't necessarily like to put pressure on names, because as soon as you give a name, then everyone's expecting that person to do well. But what I will say is everybody goes into a team wanting the best that they can ever get out of themselves. No one goes in there just saying, I can't be bothered. So whoever goes to those games, firstly, it's a congratulations for being at those championships. Secondly, it's a go out there and do the best you can. And thirdly, don't waste the opportunity, because you never know if it's going to come round again.